Okay, I hope this works out okay. I had to move. I was having too much trouble with the lighting. Okay, and I still probably ought to, but not right now. Okay. The implementation of the Riot Act began after the raid on the Capitol in January and was marked by Trump's call for people to disband and return home. That broadcast was largely blocked by the media. Nonetheless, his address met the requirements to initiate the law. Okay, so then it goes on to state, Trump will be moved like a pawn continuously to avoid retaliation against Trump and his family. I am sure they have been going through some pretty tough times right now, trying just to stay alive, perhaps. Trump had to exhaust all other legal means before this operation could begin. That's probably why it has taken a while. He gave everyone a fair chance to come clean, and they refused. So that means tribunals and consequences. Last January, Trump's press release about a smooth transition did not include the word cave, because he had no intention of doing so. Rather, there will be a smooth transition of power to his new cabinet staff and Vice President, General Flynn. So, I don't know if they've decided, or if John Jr. has decided not to be the vice president. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. As usual, we don't know a whole lot, so we're just going with it. This is information they put out. Italy was found complicit in the U.S. 2020 election fraud. It all started the day after Biden fell. Okay, this is talking about their decision to start, the action of them moving forward and going ahead and broadcasting, I'm assuming, okay? So they're saying it all started the day after Biden fell, biking, a symbolic gesture of the fake Biden presidency, dominoes falling, and they were burning the White House. I have no idea what that means. We're going to go with it. Mostly, it has to do with the fake Biden presidency and the symbolic gesture of the fake Biden, and then the falling was dominoes. I don't know. I have no clue. I have personal feelings about that, but I'm not going to go through that right now. Sometime soon you will get seven presidential messages to your phones before they cut them off. Telegram was having issues and would come down also. So Telegram and your phone will go down, will stop working after all of this occurs, okay? So you need to inform. The problem is going to be is that those that are not informed of all this, they're going to freak out. My phone doesn't work. My phone doesn't work. My phone doesn't work. Supposedly, they will be sending us new phones that can't be hacked, can't be messed with, so on and so forth. And they go with some kind of thing that they have up there. I don't know. They change it so much, so we're just going with the flow. It was believed that Gildra would burn your computers from the inside. Only hard drives with your photos, etc. will survive. You are urged to archive everything offline. Okay? So I don't know what this Gidra or Gidra must be some kind of a software or hardware thing that has control, but it would burn your computers from the inside. Only hard drives with your photos, etc. will survive, so you are urged to archive everything offline. So I would have you begin doing that immediately, because I don't know, they said 13 days or something like that is what he has left. Let's look and see to make sure we're right on that. See, there's just so much. Yeah, 13 days. Okay. And the message is, okay, Q advised to download Signal app. The Signal app, okay, it's a highly encrypted military app. Previously has been used by the CIA. There will be a military satellite sent up for it, just like the Turksat rocket is a military satellite for military comms to TV radios for Europe, Africa, Mid-East, Asia, and this comes from Whiplash 347. Okay, and then it goes on, there's a link to impeach Biden. There's a petition, and there's a link, and I'll share that. Hopefully all this goes up. The Texas GOP officially rejects the certified results of the 2020 presidential election. But there's been other information that does not say that, so we'll see. It's just kind of all up in the air right now, it seems like. I don't know. I also found this thing on clones and how you can tell if like a movie star or a politician is a clone that they have come up with. Sometimes when people talk, especially the politicians, you can see where they wear a necklace or their ties are really, really close, where a mask. Some of them you can actually see where the mask comes down and then you can see the separation. So that's something to look at. So there is a link that I'll put up. It has to do with the cloning of Michael Jackson. From what I understand from the video that I watched, when he did that Pepsi commercial, he had horrible, horrible, horrible burns, and he lost all of his hair. So everything he's been wearing has been wigs and that sort of thing. His skin changed color. That's why they were saying that he had some kind of a skin disease, because they were stating that was why he was was getting lighter. The video explains it very well, much better than I do today, because it's been a chore working on this computer so it will work at least halfway correctly. So there's quite a bit there, and it does kind of explain. The one thing you have to keep in mind is that they have been saying that the phones would go down after they do this several days of informing people, and informing the people that are not already know this information. They're gonna freak. Okay, they're going to have riots and things like this. They're going to be very, very, very angry. We know the information, at least some of it, and you take it all with a grain of salt, right? So all of this together, this is when we have to start working with people and saying, no, that's true, no, that's true. And then when their phones go down and their computers go down and these kids that are at home can't get on and play their games and talk to all their friends and stuff, parents are going to have trouble with their kids, and the parents are going to be absolutely irate. Why weren't we told? And this and that. Why was that kept? And it was kept secret, basically, so that the deep state wouldn't know what they were doing. And most of us here already know that. But the problem is there's still probably thousands of people that aren't paying attention, don't believe in it. I've spoken several times on people calling me crazy and all this and everything, and it's like, that's okay. That's all right. If you want to believe it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. And there's been some really smart remarks. It's interesting how some of these people are rather clever in their little remarks that they say back to me. It's like, well, I would never thought to say that to someone. Or, that's really kind of nasty. They'll find out, and when they do, they're going to flip out. They're going, oh, that's just another line. It's like, until your phones go down, people, and you get a new phone in the mail, or however they're going to deliver them. I do know that I've had trouble just ordering things from a big ordering company, and I still haven't gotten it. And so they told me, they did write me a note because I kept saying cancel, 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 and I send in all this information. And finally I get this notation where you click and, where's my delivery, and they said if I don't receive it by the 23rd, then come back and ask for your money back. And it's like, why are you using my money? It's really irritating. It's like, oh, you can't deliver this, but you want my money. It's $20. And it's like, okay. First, the notation was that they weren't going to take money out of your account. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at my bank account. It's like, no, they did. So I was really upset about that. And there's another company that's never did send my stuff, so I've had to write a complaint about that. It's getting yippy. It used to be you could order stuff and boom, it'd be here in 2 days. Not for me lately. So, but this product is from New York, and that could be it. I did find another product from that the company is based in Illinois, so that might be easier. I'll just go to a store and buy it, I did go in today and I forgot some things, and they had everything, I just forgot my list, so I forgot to pick up the rest of my stuff. So I will do that later this week whenever I get back. As soon as I find out when I leave, it's one of those weeks that you just let it kind of roll off of you. It's like, okay, all right, I get it. It's just going to be one of those where you hit a brick wall every day. So make sure you stock up. You're going to need it. Oh, maybe. I don't know. See, none of us really know what's going to happen. We can kind of assume what's going to happen. And so then, we work around that. I just make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of food, any kind of hygiene products that you use. Stock up. Stock up on the stuff that you always use. I know most of the people that I'm around have done that. Some of them haven't. It's like, I can go to the store. Okay. Suit yourself, but we don't know what's going to happen. And with gas being is so high. And then that was another strange thing. It went up to $5.15, and then it dropped down to $4.89 for 2 days, and then now it's back up to $5.15 or whatever, and it's like, okay, something's going on. Something is going on. And there are other channels that explain a lot of the politics that's going on. And you can hear it on some of them. Now, not all of them go that route. It's just, you go to different channels and you'll learn this or you'll learn that, and it works out pretty good. With mine, I usually go with Judy Byington and then watch some of the shows I'm on. There was one that Michael Jaco had with a gentleman that explained the flat earth. But like I had explained in those videos, I have to look to see if they even went up. He didn't explain, or maybe he's going to explain another time, about the tide and the sun moving, and he was saying that the moon was a reflection because of the filament, or like a globe over the top. So I don't know what's going on. It's just information that we take and we go, okay, and then we pass it on. And that's what I'm doing. I just want to try and inform people. That's all it is, because a lot of the people that don't believe any of this, they're not going to until they are forced to watch it, because there will not be anything else on, according to this information. There may be other stuff like pay-per-view or whatever, and so this is something you need to do, but make sure you get your pictures off of your computers or your laptops or your tablets and your phone. And that's a job in itself sometimes. So just stay calm and just kind of go with the flow. And if things get really, really, really bad, like with riots and different things, then, hopefully we'll be able to help people with that, because if our computers are going to be shut down and our phones, and we don't receive any, I don't know how we're going to help people through this. So that's another thing. So if your computer has gone down or your phone has gone down, check around with friends, like neighbors. I have to inform my children, so that if they try to get in touch with me, that, and they cannot, at least they know I'm okay, see? And the same with them. They're both very independent, so I'm not really so much worried about them. But when I don't call every so often, or they call me and, is everything okay? Yeah, I just haven't called. And of course, I can't believe I forgot to tell my son Happy Father's Day. That was a real no-brainer senior moment, I would say. So, plus they've changed meds on me. So, regardless, we'll see, we're not even going to be able to, call in prescriptions and this and that and everything else. So, we're all going to be in a pickle. So, unless you have, a satellite phone, I don't, because they're terribly expensive for me. So, it's not a priority. So, that's something to think about through all this. So, If you don't believe now, you probably aren't watching, maybe. And if you do, it's going to be tough because we're going to have to be out and trying to calm these people down. They did say stay away. They didn't say which cities, but there's the large cities. They had mentioned them in one video, I think. But they definitely in Philadelphia, I guess, is where they feel like they're going to have the most problems. So, all right, that's it for now. Hopefully this goes up online. So, and if it doesn't, I'll just make another one. But I'm trying. I've been trying for the last couple days. I don't know if stuff went up today or not. I put a video up and I need to check it because it takes quite a bit of time. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe that doesn't happen to other people. Maybe it's just me. Like I said, things have been getting kind of weird around here. I'm probably going to have to shift to different topics and not concentrate so much on this type of information because things have really gotten strange. Unusual, I'll put it that way. So we'll make it through it. We made it this far, and President Trump's really been working on all of this. I don't think, from what I understand, and it's been repeated several times, there probably won't be an election in November because you know who is going to cheat. So, and we've got to go out in droves and vote for these people, but this is just June, so I haven't really, it's kind of in the back of my mind. So, but I have been sent 3 times. They have sent me vote from home, absentee vote information, because a couple years I was too sick to go, and I did get those and voted and sent them back in. But like when I was going back and forth up here, trying to get help from my mom, they had already stated the vote before I even turned my information in. So it's like, why am I doing this? I mean, I had to rush back to Indiana and get everything in at a certain time, and then I had to, grab the kid and close and pack and come back up here. So it was a wild time, and it irritated me deeply. Let me tell you. So, alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and move on and hop out of here. So, where we go one, we go all together. Alright, bye now. Well, this isn't working. See, it's only Tuesday. And I even looked at the calendar to make sure when my friend told me that. Oh, this isn't going to work anymore. Okay, where we go one, we go all. And we're going to do it together. And we're going to get through this no matter what. I don't know how it's all going to work out without phones and laptops and computers. And we'll do it. Because we have to. We have to save our country and to stay alive. This is life or death. It really is, so. Okay, I'm out of here now, for sure, I hope. Alright, hopefully this will get uploaded. Bye-bye.